You already know what it is. It's another week. It's another show. A hearty hello there and welcome to Shy Native Radio live from the Res. It's your boy LL and I ain't talking Cool J, the Lusty Leo Ideal. And as always, I'm joined alongside my usual cast of misfits. Throne C, what's going on?
What's up, everybody? Thank you again for tuning in on this lovely Tuesday. We got so much packed in for today. We're always glad you come back, check in with us, see what we're doing. We appreciate y'all.
And to my right, the lyrical miracle. Why are you so dressed up today, Michael?
Hip Hop's birthday.
Hey, it's Mike Logic. What's going on, words?
What up, what up, what up? What's going on?
Not much, man. It's another Tuesday, and we have a special guest in the studio. And you know what? I told him when he came out here, I was like, man, you know what? We had Doc like 2 weeks ago, right? And he was repping his brand. And if you don't know who it is, it's the man, AQ, A Quality.
What up, what up, what up?
AQ, run that shit back.
Let's go.
Had AQ run it back.
We should have had it plugged in, man.
Oh, man. Thank you for coming to the Res.
Thank you for having me.
Man, what you think of the little spot, a little setup here?
Nice.
Hey,
loving it, man.
It gets the job done.
Cozy. It's cozy.
As always, we want to let y'all know that Shy Native Radio is sponsored by Ever Revolve, a Chicago music collective that consists of a team of music producers, DJs, event promoters, and journalists ready to assist in taking your artistry to the next level. If you're an artist looking to build, then look no further than Ever Revolve. Make sure you check them out at everrevolve.com, as well as Ever Revolve Studios everywhere. As always, we got a fantastic show. We're going to be letting y'all know what's going on. We're going to talk a little chumps of the week. But we got to get right into it. The whole reason AQ is here. We're going to be playing these finalists, the 3 finalists for the grand prize and the right to record with AQ.
The privilege. The privilege.
The privilege of
No,
working with
but,
such a talented
Yeah, all jokes aside, like I
man.
said, man, the value you're going to get to just be in the lab and chop it up with him, man,
It's crazy.
It's priceless.
Crazy.
So, and it's a vibe, man. It's also vibe and great service. You're going to get quality service as well, you know, in terms of your audio. Yeah, man, it's just all around a great benefit.
You just don't understand until you're actually in the environment and get to work with the man and see how he works and how your song is just going to sound so much better than you thought it would.
When he lays that first edit, you're like, who's that?
So,
that's all magic.
AQ, how'd you get in this game, man? Take us back to the beginning, if you don't mind.
Man, it started when I was a shorty. I remember having a tape recorder and just running around the house recording everything that I could. TV jingles, conversations in the crib. Yeah. And I didn't even know that.
Conversations at the crib?
Yeah, I got my father in trouble. I remember putting a tape recorder. I remember putting the tape recorder underneath the phone, and the phones back then were loud, and he was having a whole conversation with another chick. And the chick was saying,
"What you doing, mijo?
You better tell her. You better tell her, or I will." Blah blah blah. And I went to the kitchen while I was cooking. I played it back, and she's like, "Who is that?" I was like, "That's Dad." And the rest is history.
Oh no! I just want to quickly say, Julio said AQ one of the dopest in Chicago.
Thank you, appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, I started with a tape recorder. There was nobody like really musically inclined in my family, so it was years before I got introduced to it. Actually, maybe like a sophomore, junior in high school. I didn't even think that music was something that you could do, that was reachable. I went to a studio session, one of my friends, and I remember walking in the studio and just being so like captivated. I'm like, damn, like this is what it is. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life, like. For real.
Wow, that's what's up. It's just like that.
Yeah.
So how did you go about making that a reality then? Did you start like booking time for your own studio to work there, or just kind of soaking it up, asking questions?
Yeah, I started asking questions and just researching here and there, trying to find the right software to work with. I remember starting with Acid Pro with a little computer and a computer mic, and just slowly like evolving from that, like little by little getting introduced to pieces of gear or whatnot. But yeah, it was a long process, but
I want to know, is it crazy? Now, you just mentioned the minimal thing you started with now versus now what you have.
It's crazy. You have to think about it, yeah. Because my cousin told me, he's like, man, it's crazy, bro. Like, I remember you coming to grandma's house with a tape recording and just rapping, and and
Wait, you
recording.
rapped?
Yeah, I used to.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not know
Yeah.
this.
That was
AQ
the question
had
I was
bars.
gonna ask. Did
AQ
you
had
ever,
bars.
want to rap or you want to sing, before you started recording?
Yeah, so I used to rap, started rapping, and then,
Man, I can't let you pass. What was your rap name?
man, it was at one point it was Rude Boy, and then
Okay.
and then it changed. I don't remember really what the other one was, but that was it. But yeah, I mean, it's been a long, good journey, and there's still, things I want to reach and do, and there's goals that I want to meet before it's all said and done.
How long into rapping did you realize you're like, I'm gonna do this
Man,
more on the behind the scenes, more on the production engineering side, because I feel like I got a niche here. Like I feel like I could.
my boy was cold, man, and I couldn't match that. And I was like, man, like somebody needs to record. And I never liked the way I could never engineer myself. I've always like making people sound good. And I was like, man, how come I can't get myself to sound like this?
Right.
So I was like, man, somebody's got to do the engineering
Somebody's got to steer the ship.
Yeah.
So being that you came from obviously humble beginnings into where you got now, like how do you not, I guess from the outside looking in, like how do you not get jaded due to, I'm sure you get all types of just crazy scenarios in the studio. I'm sure not everybody is a grade A star and everybody is there for the right reason. So I'm sure you've seen every type of scenario possible. I say, like, my question, I guess, to you is like, how do you stay motivated? How do you just keep your eyes on the prize and continue to find that passion to continue to engineer and just make other people something that's selfless, making other people sound good.
What keeps me motivated, man, is just, I just want to be great at what I do. Like I'm never satisfied. I always I don't have any preference on who I work with. I like to develop artists. I like to get in the studio. I've been in so many situations. It's like, with the engineering, you have to be really patient.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I feel like you learn a lot,
Especially
from
if
artists.
Ideal's trying to sing out there.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're taking self shots.
But yeah, I remember like that's the whole. I got a tattoo on my arm. I remember one of my boys, the one I started with, like he was recording somewhere else, and we were trying to make it work, and he was just needed to find a studio that was, A1. So I remember one day he came. He said, "Man, I can't even work with you no more because I'm gonna be, I'm recording at this spot and it's A1, A quality." So that day I was like, man, that's gonna be what I aim for, A quality. And I went and got a tattoo done just to remind myself, like, I gotta live up to this, So
And you certainly do.
Man, you certainly did.
How much
Well done.
more committed you gotta be when you got a tattoo on your arm that motivates you every day? Like, motherfucker, you better get to the studio.
You know, I've been thinking about going and get me
That's
another
why
one.
yeah, that's right. I got this.
That's why a lot of people be clowning rappers that get them face tattoos, but they just say right there, "Fuck it, I'm all in."
There's no
I
going
ain't getting a
back
real
for
job.
me.
yeah.
So I got a
That's
question
awesome.
I've been wondering, especially being in the studio with you. When you're mixing down a track, especially with me or Words and Ideal, like I'll get thoughts in my head while you're mixing, and I'll bring you my ideas. How receptive are you? You always seem receptive to our ideas. Would you prefer to just mix it yourself and get the hell out of my way, or are you cool with people saying, "Hey, what do you think if we do this?"
I'm definitely cool with that. But as me being an artist, like I feel like I'm an artist as well. Like I've trained myself to like let's say whoever's in the booth, it's my song. What would I want them to hear if I was the one behind the mic? You know what I mean? So at the end, if you had I had people in the studio to be like, damn, how'd you read my mind? Because I'm already thinking like the stuff that that you're probably thinking, and
For sure you do.
and it's like, I'm not receptive. Any ideas that an artist has, I'm all with it. You know what I mean? I even try to take it a step further. What they thought, was good, I'm going to try to take it even further and do something more creative with it.
Because to your point, as soon as you start recording this artist, it becomes your song as well.
Yeah.
You're part of the song.
Yep.
Well, at the end of the day, too, when they ask who recorded this, who engineered everything, your name's on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're going to get equality.
Man, they out here showing you love, man. Daddio says, "Let's go, man." A couple people out here calling you the GOAT.
Frankie.
One day, man.
What up,
Shout out.
Frankie?
He said you the GOAT, man.
Thank you.
Jeremy, what's up?
What's up, Jeremy?
So
Thank you for tuning in.
the whole reason we are here is to give away to one artist the opportunity to have a 3-hour session at the Hit Shop with AQ. And I'll say for myself, I don't know if you guys want to chime in, this was much more difficult than we anticipated. There was a lot of good submissions.
Yes.
There were a lot that came in. Like, we were looking at each other like, it's so good. It sounded already so polished. It had the hooks, and we were like, what? Lot of good ones.
Once he said he was going to give away 3 free hours, I started looking at my phone like, all right, I know I got a song out here that needs to get re-recorded.
And to the artists that submitted that didn't get the top 3 or whatnot, don't feel discouraged. One thing I really want to clearly state is a lot of y'all sent some dope submissions that didn't even need mixing, didn't need help whatsoever. Like, I think maybe you guys got it confused where you were trying to submit it for maybe us playing it as well, but definitely a lot of what you guys submitted was A1 to begin with, and that's not taking anything away from AQ. Obviously, we're trying to incorporate his studio work as well, but a lot of the stuff just sounded very, very solid and polished, and we're just trying to give that opportunity to somebody who might not have that same exposure or that same platform to take their music to the next level. So that's all. Don't feel discouraged. This is not end all be all. We still have a lot of these songs in the chamber as we speak. So again, I just want to reiterate that because I know as an artist we're kind of sensitive about our stuff, and we want to make sure that you guys know that we're trying to be as attentive to what you guys submit as possible.
I just wanted to quickly say, we probably will be reaching back out to a lot of you and be like, we want to play your song. We'll play it on the radio.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
everything happens for a reason. Like he said, it's all good. It's all love.
Yeah, so y'all know where y'all at. Shy Native Radio every Tuesday, 9 to 10 p.m. We are live on the Facebook page, Shy Native Entertainment. You can also go hit up YouTube at Ideal Raps, as well as Twitter at Throwem, CTHROWEMC. We are here. Let's get into the first of the finalists that we went through. This joint right here is from Paperwork. It's called Thoroughbred. Make sure y'all remember where you heard it here first.
Paperwork.
Shy Native.
My boy.
Check.
Chances make champions.
Mama, Zachary making
We
beats
thoroughbreds
again.
around here, I ain't no square, but I will fail. It's not a protest. Like broken, I don't care.
Whole gang thoroughbreds, ain't no squares. Stacking money, we prepare for the warfare. Pop out deep enough to start a protest. Yo, little bitch tryna kick it like pro kids. I'm immune to the hate shit, I don't care. Tryna cash out, chasing out the mo checks. Fuck her all night, we don't get no rest. I'm a vibe that she can't find nowhere. Whole gang thoroughbreds, ain't no squares. Stacking money, we prepare for the warfare. Pop out deep enough to start a protest. Yo, little bitch tryna kick it like pro kids. I'm immune to the hate shit, I don't care. Tryna cash out, chasing out the mo checks. Fuck her all night, we don't get no rest. I'm a vibe that she can't find nowhere. Shit can get scary, you can get buried. I roll with some hitters, they willing and ready. No tricking us, bitch, we sharp as machetes. You don't put no strings, but you soft as spaghetti. I'm really in it, I come from the trenches. My niggas is vicious, you know that already. Playing with us, shit can get deadly, and we do it big, we really some heavies. Up in the level, I'm changing my habits, upgrading my status, I can't do no lacking. Paper is stacking, I'm clean as a napkin. This bitch overzealous, don't fit in my schedule. Grinding for a time, got my foot on the pedal. Watching for fuckery, clutching the metal. I guess that bitch must've thought she was special. I bust on her freckles and told her God bless you. Bitch, my flow nasty like a porn site. If we catch the ops, it's murder on sight. We bugging up like termites. I'm cold-hearted, got frostbite. Ain't no love for the upside. You set trippin' and shot fire. Pull a bad bitch on my archive. My hoes nice but not polite. Just flamed up, about to take flight. We don't fuck with y'all, you the fake type. Fuck what you heard through the grapevine. You out of bounds, watch the baseline. My bitch pretty as daylight, but too bougie to even say hi. Ball all night, we got hang time. Smell the bush shit better than K9s. Whole gang thoroughbreds ain't no squares. Stacking money, we prepare for the warfare. Pop out deep enough to start a protest. Yo, little bitch tryna kick it like broke kids. I'm immune to the hate shit, I don't care. Tryna cash out, chasing out the mo checks. Fuck her all night, we don't get no rest. I'm a vibe that she can't find nowhere. Whole gang thoroughbreds ain't no squares. Stacking money, we prepare for the warfare. Pop out deep enough to start a protest. Yo, little bitch tryna kick it like pro kids. I'm immune to the hate shit, I don't care. Tryna cash out, chasing out the mo checks. Fuck her all night, we don't get no rest. I'm a vibe that she can't find nowhere. If you live by the sewer, you gon' die by the sewer. I'll ride for my boys. I got ties with them lords. These niggas always lying, talking noise, think they on some hot shit. Put some fire to these boys. Get yourself involved in the tragedy. We bring savagery, shit you cannot avoid. We know shit real in the field, but we prepare for it. We don't walk around paranoid. My dog some beats, we all gon' eat. You start some beef, we spark and eat. Headshots, we don't shoot from across the street. Hands let the 40 off like it's on repeat. Tryna get my pockets on obese. Can't snooze, I don't have time to fall asleep. Real niggas, no talk is cheap, bitch. If you feelin' froggish leap. Just slam dunk that ecstasy. I'm extra free with a check on me. Bad bitch next to me. Besides her attitude, she a masterpiece. We don't got no limit, bitch, masterpiece. The game bout to blow, had the gasoline. Opening doors like the master key. I get so high the shit boost my self-esteem. Don't you know I hang out with maniacs? They love to shoot shit and they stay with straps. You niggas better put on your thinking cap, or you be around this bitch handicapped. I just wanna keep letting paper stack and stay on point like a razorback. In the streets, niggas gotta stay aware, cause if they take you out, can't bring you back. Gang thoroughbreds ain't no squares. Stacking money, we prepare for the warfare. Pop out deep enough to start a protest. Yo, little bitch tryna kick it like pro kids. I'm immune to the hate shit, I don't care. Tryna cash out, chasing out the mo checks. Fuck her all night, we don't get no rest. I'm a vibe that she can't find nowhere. Whole gang thoroughbreds ain't no squares. Stacking money, we prepare for the warfare. Pop out deep enough to start a protest. Yo, little bitch tryna kick it like pro kids. I'm immune to the hate shit, I don't care. Tryna cash out, chasing out the mo checks. Fuck her all night, we don't get no rest. I'm a vibe that she can't find nowhere.
Whoa, that was the homie Paperwork.
Yes, sir.
Thoroughbred.
Hey.
Shot Native Radio, man. Everyone out there, I see Nate Perez out there saying fire.
What
Luis
up,
is
Nate?
dancing.
Yep.
Cesar says that's a wave.
Okay.
Shout out my boy Paperwork.
Oh, so you're familiar with the young man.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I enjoyed
What's
that
up?
hook
Shout
a
out
lot,
to
man.
Tournament
Yeah, as soon as I
Radio.
hook
Felice,
started,
thank you for tuning in.
I was caught.
That hook go hard.
Mm-hmm.
And the beat too.
Then the question is, why wasn't that recorded there initially?
Man.
What
We'll have to have a talk, Paperwork.
Yeah, when you get your hands on it, write that song, take it up to another level.
What up, Rocky?
No, yeah, I enjoyed
Hey.
that. That was
Dope.
a fire track, man. I like the raspiness in his voice and the hook, man.
We knew right away when we all were out back and we pressed play on this one.
Yeah, you just know
Yeah,
a
we were
song got
like-
a bop right away.
Yeah.
I need them ups. I need them ups. I need
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah.
I need some shit with some bop to it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right
that's
on.
just how it goes.
And you guys also got to know that it's not like one person can hear one thing and then you got three other people that are hearing something different. So again, don't feel discouraged. It might not, we go by majority rules, right? So a lot of like I said, a lot of the songs already eliminated themselves because they sounded good already. So
We were like, that's fire.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
what?
And also we didn't have, we had a lot of good submissions, but we didn't have like a, it wasn't like flood. So hopefully the next one we do, we get even more, so that way we have more
And the-
options
and
and
the songs
we
that
can
we-
expand this a little bit
I
more.
bet Shot Native over here giving away free merchandise.
I know, they can't complain, man.
We worked with
Can't
AQ
complain.
over here. Work with him. We giving away our studio
trying,
hours.
man.
Like,
We
come
trying
on,
to
man.
help.
What
We
else
trying
y'all
to help.
want?
And to piggyback off what Words was saying, the songs that we picked, we're definitely feeling. We like them a lot. We think AQ can take them to the next level.
the next
And that's why we have our finalists here.
So AQ,
Yeah.
you go from the one spot, now you're out there in Melrose Park, man. I mean, how's that go? I mean, you're just your own entity. You're a real businessman.
I mean, I'm still building, like I've always been like an introvert, like being solo, not around a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So I've tried the building thing, where other studios, and I wasn't really feeling it. I like to feel, I'm the type of dude that feels like energy a lot, So like I had to be in my own space, you know what I mean? Like the first thing you feel is when you come in the studio, you want to feel in a good place, want to feel good vibes, and I feel like being in a building setting, you get a lot of different energy coming in and out of there. And sometimes even walking in the studio in the building, you might, come in already with the bad vibes just off something you see or someone you bump into, you know. So
You got that good feng shui in your studio.
Oh yeah, for sure.
thanks. I'm a firm believer, man. If it smells good and it looks nice, and I mean it's already starting off good when you walk in the studio.
See,
It's
a lot
true,
of
though.
y'all don't even know. The simple fact is, this guy built that studio with his own hands. I mean, I'm sure you had a little bit of help.
Yeah,
but
can we? Great that you touched on that. Can we touch on that? Like, I feel like sometimes we overlook that. Even as artists, we kind of don't speak more on just our journey to get to where what we're trying to do. So I feel like your regular 9 to 5 helped you a lot in the discipline, one in the work ethic, and just DIY. So can you touch a little bit on how that kind of like how you transfer that over, like being able to have a regular gig and being like, well, I really like this engineering thing, but I know this ain't paying off right now. Like, I'm gonna have to figure this balance out. Like, how did you figure that out?
Well, I've been out my mom's crib since I was like 16. Like, I had a scholarship to play basketball, and I couldn't pursue that because I was already with my wife, and she didn't have no parents out here. Her parents were in Puerto Rico, so we kind of started, together early. And I've always had to have a job to maintain the crib and,
Take care of your family.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like, every apartment that we moved into had to have an extra room, so I had to work harder. Yeah, so I had to work more because we needed to pay more rent because it was an extra room, So a long time before we even had our first kid, I got 4 now, we had to get an extra room. So from 2 rooms, it went to 3 bedrooms. So the music wasn't providing the money because a lot of people get it, like twisted. Like,
Like you're just gonna come into money.
yeah, like you get equipment and I feel like you gotta develop some kind of passion or love for it, and then everything falls into place. Like, you're not gonna walk in the game get a mic
Just by chance.
Yeah, and
everything's
start
gonna
make money.
happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta do a lot of work for free. You gotta put in the time to get better, and eventually you get good enough where you could say, okay, I could start charging for this now.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's like I had a lot of people that I worked with before that I would record for free, and people wouldn't show up to sessions. They would leave me hanging. I was always fishing out, trying to find artists, and like once I started charging, I lost a lot of people, but it all came back, you know what I mean? But it takes time, to get to where you could.
you feel comfortable enough to be like, this is what I'm confident in my abilities. You're gonna come in here and I'm gonna give you a quality product.
Sticking to your vision.
I just want to quickly say, Caesar was like from the hallway to the spot, but I do want to like address something very important. You've done it because you knew it was your passion, and you didn't say, I'm gonna do it, I'm thinking about doing it. You decided to just start with something and keep moving forward. And I keep telling everybody, if you want to do something, you just gotta start.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, and it's not gonna be overnight. You're a testament to it. But I'm telling you, when we first went to record with you, I heard how you did, how you worked. I was like, that's it. That's where I told Ideal, you gotta continue to go there. You gotta get it done there.
Thanks.
I just want to say, man, you should be super proud of yourself.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean,
you are where you are
Facts.
because your unrelentlessness to keep going and be
Work
something.
ethic.
Yeah.
And that work ethic, I've joked with you before. I'm like, dude, when do you sleep? Because
Man, it's-
you work a full-time gig,
Yeah.
and then you got everything else on top of that,
Yeah,
and you're in that studio pretty much Tuesday through
Yeah.
Sunday.
I get out of work 8 hours from work, go to the studio, 8, 9, 10 hours, sometimes 11 hours right after that.
We've literally
That's a
joked.
16-hour
We've
day.
watched your I'll be like, damn, dude, I just seen him. I know he went to work, right? And then Chris like, yeah, he's in the studio again. I'm like, does he sleep?
Run off like 3 or 4
But,
hours
you know,
of sleep.
I remember me and Worse when I was at the other studio. I was like, man, bro, you think you can hang with me, man?
Bro.
He said, I got you.
I tried. I literally, and I gave it a solid try. I gave it a good try. I think I got to like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, bro. And this guy was like, like hitting these 808s and just going crazy on just making beats. And I'm just there
I
like,
look back, he's knocked out. I was like, what happened?
I'm like,
man?
he's like, hey, that 808. I'm like,
Oh,
mouth
he's like,
open and
"I'm outta
everything,
here."
bro. Embarrassing. I tried, man. No, but again, that's him saying it, and that's testament. Again, I'm not trying to, people always say like, you better get off his, you know what, but it's true. Like I've been in the studio, I've been in the trenches with him, just him creating on some other stuff or just mixing somebody else's stuff, somebody else's record. And I seen the same attention he puts into other people's records as much as he would put attention into mine, and that's kind of rare to find. I've told him that many times. I've been to a lot of studios all over Chicago, and I've seen people just be like, oh, you know what, tomorrow I'll send you a mix, or you wait a week and they send you a mix. And it's like, he's like, nah, you know what, I'm here, I might as well give you a nice good mix right now so we don't have to have this conversation in the future, and everything's already understood. And I like that.
I was just gonna say, these guys have been doing music, y'all have been doing music forever.
Yeah,
we've been to plenty of different studios. Going to him, that's when you knew it was something different. And what he does, no one else has been able to do that.
Yeah,
so that's when you know you're
level
at the
of
right
detail,
spot.
man.
Yeah,
level of
for
detail.
sure.
For sure.
And that's not trying to write, say, oh my God, you're saying the truth, man.
Yeah, exactly. No, because I know there's a day and age, and maybe you can add on to this too, where now it's like a very DIY. A lot of artists are doing DIY, and studios are becoming a little bit more, of a more niche or more like exclusive type of experience now. Whereas before, you would have to pay X amount of money, and it was only a certain amount of people that can actually be recorded. Now anybody can really record. So how do you keep? I guess what is your opinion on that, and like how do you try to stay ahead of the curve when it comes to just recording equipment, plugins, all of that stuff, all of that nerdy stuff that people don't really know about recording?
I think it's dope that artists now getting their equipment and recording themselves and or whatnot. But I feel like
not everybody's gonna be the best at that.
No, I mean there's a certain. I feel like in the beginning it's dope as an artist, but eventually, you need that
help.
Second person in the room, somebody that's not just focused on making the sound right. You know what I mean? Like I feel like, as an artist, you focus on writing, and you can record yourself. That's dope. But at the end of the day, I feel like you always need to go somewhere. A second ear and work with somebody that's been doing it for a while, that knows what they're doing, and take the song to the next level. Because I feel like music and anything that we do, like I feel like you need that. It's like a teamwork type of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like when you create with someone, together, I feel like it comes out way better than you would have initially thought doing it alone. You know what I mean?
Speaking of that album,
and what I really respect about you is you'll work with artists who are getting hundreds and thousands of streams, and you'll work with artists who are just starting out, and you give it that A quality signature touch no matter what. So that's what you're getting when you record with AQ. You're getting his best every time.
Thanks.
Yes, I think we've established that.
My bad.
I think we were past that. But thank you, Mike.
I like rehashing.
I know you were really passionate about that too.
Yeah, I feel like like it's
so
like artists. I feel like it feels good to like when I'm mixing and the artist comes in and they feel really, because I know when somebody's nervous, I can see it, I can feel it.
You can even hear it in the voice too, right? Where it quivers a little bit, like, oh, this person's nervous.
Man, it's really weird to go in there and record in front of somebody. And
it's not easy.
It's not. And then sometimes you hear yourself back, you're like, is that really what it sounds like?
But I'll say like the one main difference, like you said, that there's such a proliferation of everyone being able to do stuff themselves and all that, and it speaks to the testament of teamwork and all that as well. But there's so many people that just press record. That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
And like you actually like contribute to the song. You add so many drops, so many sound effects.
You be like, run that back. Let's do it one more time. No, not there. A little again. All right, one more time. Let's do it one more time.
Also, fun fact that he does in the studio that I appreciate, which a lot of engineers, for whatever reason, don't. I had one engineer ask me like, "Oh, that's kind of a weird question to ask me what I think about a song," and I'm like, "Well, you're the one engineering it. Like, why would I not? You would be the first person I'm asking what you think of the song, So what I like about AQ too, and I won't harp on this too much. I know we were giving the man his roses, but he listens to the lyrics and then tries to add these sound effects or tries to add a little bit more meat and potatoes to your verse, so your verse doesn't just sound stagnant or just it's monotone, and then you have the same structure of just verse hook or hook verse hook verse
Little
hook
space
verse.
of,
You know,
you
there's
know,
spaces. He might
yeah.
add a car screeching if you're talking about skirt
Crumble
or
up
something.
a paper,
I
know,
just
throw it
feel
away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
That's
feel,
crazy.
I feel like music, like you're trying to paint a picture. You know what I mean? So it's like when you rapping and you have all these different elements in it, it just makes it more.
It enhances the
Yeah,
song.
it makes it like damn, you could really, really feel it and see it. You know.
now
what I mean?
you
Like,
see it
Yeah.
on top of feeling it,
Yep,
which takes it to a whole nother level.
Facts. Yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, that's why we're here. We're just letting the people know how dope
Sure.
AQ is,
Man,
because they get an
definitely.
opportunity to record with
Thank
them.
you.
So the next joint we want to get into is a finalist as well. This song is called Neighborhood, and it's by Zell. Man, it's on Shinated. Let's get it.
There's something fishy going on in the neighborhood. Nobody got a job, but everybody paper good. Cha-ching, good. Tell them everybody paper good. Nobody got a job, but everybody paper good. Serving, trapping, scheming, check me. Working, taxing, need the flex. Serving, trapping, scheming, check. Working, taxing, need the flex. Working so hard that I needed the flex. Working with hard, then you need to connect. Whipping this off, I go whipping the left. Whipping so right that there ain't any left. Scraping the pots, mama told me about that. Mama told me about that. Told her don't worry, I get it right back. I get it right back. Thousand is nothing, committed to racks, and along with that foreign and digital dash. She wanted a kiss, told the bitch that I passed. She wanted a dick, she so thick I won't last. She all on the stick, I might crash into your house and just laugh. What your girl saying my bag? What your girl spending my bags? What your girl holding my hand? If you ask me, man, there's something fishy going on in the neighborhood. Nobody got a job, but everybody paper good. Good. Tell them everybody paper good. Nobody got a job, but everybody paper good. Serving, trapping, scheming, check. Working, taxing, need the flex. Serving, trapping, scheming, check. Working, taxing, eat her like a Lunchable, she handstand twerking. Make her feel comfortable, tell her nobody's perfect. And usually the usuals, but you was really worth it. So for this night, just close your eyes and let me see you twerk it. Lately busy on the block, lately shit been hot. Old lady down the street been peeping, speaking to the cops. Think she sees it all, but really I done seen a lot. Think they see it all, but really they don't see the plot. Something fishy going on in the
Yeah, that song right there is Neighborhood.
What y'all thinking?
What you think about that joint, Words?
There's a lot of clappy hands and a lot of fire emojis. Yeah, I love this song, man. This is probably my you know, at least for me, one of my top favorites out of the ones that were submitted. Fire, man, banger,
Louis
banger.
said some fishy going on.
Yeah,
in
you
the
know,
neighborhood.
and I'm gonna give out free game a little bit, free idea.
Hey, the game is to be sold, not to
Hey
be told.
man, I just pictured, you know, what's cool about the song is I just pictured, you know, the video game Paperboy and just him dressed up as Paperboy and just throwing just wads of cash out. Like I just thought like something weird like that, you know, something
That's
like
dope.
you know. So I really like the song. It made me think of that. That's the first thing I gravitated towards. And you know, when a song gives you that imagery, you know, it's a banger.
What you think of that, Michael?
I like the song a lot. It was good.
Hater alert, hater alert,
No,
hater alert,
no,
hater
it was
alert,
really cool.
hater alert, hater
Nice
alert.
laid back.
I like this
Nice
song.
laid back flow. Wrote the beat really well. It's very catchy, and that the whole something fishy going on in the neighborhood. Everybody's paper good. But
Yeah,
nobody got
that's
a
what I'm
job.
telling you, bro.
That's very clever.
It's
And
super
I
clever.
respect that for sure.
What was the artist name?
Baby.
Vinci.
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 We're going with Vinci.
You know what though? This is like a good thing because we
Hold
touched on it last week too, man. When y'all submit things anywhere for
Please.
any publication, radio, whatever, always put the artist, the album, and the single, and
There's
all
a
your handles.
subject line for a reason in your
Nice.
emails. Please use the subject line as clear as possible, artist name in legible format, so we can give you your due diligence and your roses as
Name
we're
of the
playing your song.
album, the
name of the
song you're
project, or
submitting,
anything. Just a little bit more info, so
your
that
handles.
way when we come on live, we're not looking like
Oh,
we're
no.
lost about who's playing what.
I'll be
'cause we
honest.
love the music.
I'll be honest, I could have did a little bit more research and more work, but you know what? I'm a busy man, and I can't be out here holding your hand.
No, but I mean, we also
true.
need artists to meet us halfway.
I
That's
know.
all.
No,
Meet us
we can't-
halfway.
we can't hold your hand.
You
It's
know?
all good, but that, like you said, that's like free game. Just like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
'Cause I
eventually
wanna-
you're trying to get on somewhere else, and you need to like let them know the proper way they should have, you know.
Formatted.
We touched on it last week. Like I was like, all right, we're gonna listen to these songs, and I was like, it's such a such, it's such a such, and they were looking at me like, nah, that can't be it. I was like, dude, that's how they sent it. That's exactly what the file says.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about how words you were talking about this song in particular and the visuals. A lot of people out there might not know it's also AQ Vision, or what is it?
Quality vision icons.
Quality Vision Icons. Besides like trying to be, you know, being the GOAT of
Besides
recording,
never sleeping.
how you just transitioned over and want to take over the visual game now,
How you
man?
finding time?
Man, I just.
He's like, I could do it better.
It was hard for me.
Is that what it was? You're like, I can't stand, so I could do this better.
Yeah, that's what it was. Nah.
He's joking, but he kind of.
I
He's
felt
like, these little things are great.
No,
it was hard for me. It was hard for me to find somebody. I mean,
See,
somebody
It
that
was
could
hard.
match
How good
you know
I am.
the work ethic. You know what I mean? I couldn't like. I had a couple guys I worked with, and I was like, man, like we need to get this done. You know, and it wasn't getting done. I mean, everybody's not gonna work the same as you. You know, like, but I just felt like, man, I couldn't find anybody that would, you know, be consistent and
Put in the time and effort.
put in the time and effort and grow. I feel like everybody that I worked with was in it for something. They were trying to, you know, come in, do whatever minimal as possible to get, you know, work from whoever I was working with and then dip out. You know what I mean? So I had a coach in grammar school that did a lot of photography, and I remember going out with him, you know, to set up and take pictures of baseball teams and basketball or whatever. And I used to mess around with his camera. You know, I didn't think that I would pick up a camera years later, but I just feel like it's an extension of a creative, you know, and music. It all correlates. It all, you know, like having everything glued together. So I feel like the videography is just another way of painting the picture, you know, like, I mean, I'm not.
Now you heard the sound. Now let me give you the visual.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, I'm not like out and shooting videos as, you know, like I ain't trying to make it a profession. I just want to do it like for the people that I work with. You know what I mean? Kind of more an exclusive.
So we got you on for 2 on this album.
No, and that's what I
At
mean.
least 2?
I mean, to touch on that, and that's what I mean about the overall experience. Like, you're not just getting just somebody who's doing audio recording and just, you know, mixing your stuff, and then, all right, you know, here's your song, now go about your way. Like, you're also networking with somebody, or you're getting to know somebody who also does photography, visuals, knows people who do visuals. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we all the hip hop community, the music community is a small community, especially in Chicago. So, you know, it's good to know people who have a hard work ethic, and I can attest to the time where he was, you know, he was frustrated a lot of times because he was like, yo, I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to do this and I want to get this accomplished, and it was difficult for him to find that consistency as much as he was consistent with his clientele. So I understood where that frustration was coming from, and I think that's where his obsession comes from too, because that's what drives him. Like, I think subconsciously he could probably agree to that, is like, okay, you know what, nobody can get it done how I can get it done, so let's just do it. Stay out of my way. I'm gonna get it done. Maybe I can somewhat create a template, and then from there I can just, and that's I think that's how your mind
Augustine
works.
said one stop
Best way-
shop.
It all stems from when you're a kid too, because when I was a kid, I didn't have my father around, and if I wanted something, I had to work to get it. So it's like I've always been like wired that way. Like, you want something, you got to go and do it yourself. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like
that drive.
Yeah, since I was a kid, it's like even now, like I don't wait for anything to fall on my lap. Like, if I want something, if I want a mic, if I want new speakers, if I want to get a studio or build something, I
You
know
do
that
it.
I got to do it. You know,
Yeah.
if I don't do it, nobody else is gonna do it for you.
That's
you know what I mean?
see,
Exactly.
that's how I do. We get the warehouse next. That deal. It's over with. It's over with.
No, but you know, and these are conversations that me and him have had like private, and we've had countless. But I mean, I ask these questions and I bring these things up because I feel like it also applies to artists. You know, like when I say don't feel discouraged, like if you want people to see your vision, if you want people to really mess with your music and really believe in what you believe in, you have to really go out there and show and put the work in to kind of either grab somebody's attention if you feel like your quality ain't up to par, or you feel like you're missing out on something, and that's a resource that you can't attain. Put yourself out there a little bit more. You never know who's looking. You don't know who's out there willing to help somebody in your position. So you got to have that work ethic, and I think it applies on all aspects of life, not just doing artistry or doing art or engineering.
So the hit shop's growing, right? You got a couple of new additions you brought on, and
Yeah, I got my
always looking for more.
Yeah, I got my boy that's interning now. Shout out John Torino, and I got my boy McFly. He's doing photos. Yeah, he's doing
Shout out
photos.
to Jacob McFly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's doing
'cause-
photos and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
right when you walk in, it's all set up. You got the whole pull down, the backdrops.
Backdrops, yep.
The coolest thing was I walked in one time. You already had another kid in there over there editing a video. I was like, man, this is how it should be. Just everyone, and then you had the whole to-do list.
Yeah, yeah.
You see, we got one over there too.
Dope.
My list looks like yours probably. And you're like, damn.
And I remember when you started with the photography too. You were taking some really dope pics. You're editing them. Like, oh man, that's really dope. And then you sent me a video one day. Just you shot a music video for somebody, and you're like, "Hey, tell me what you think of this." I'm looking at this, and like, you know how people say your first time it's always gonna be whack, it's always gonna suck. I'm like, this is awesome. How the hell does he always?
How does he
do
always
this?
be so great?
Everything you put your time into comes out good, no matter what. It seems like.
I'm really hard on myself. You know, I never feel satisfied. So I feel like when I'm doing something, like I always compare to something that I see that's really good, and I try to match it or somewhat get close. I mean, I feel like I'm still learning that, but I feel like I feel like keeping it simple sometimes is the best way to go. You know what I mean? Because when you like me, like I still got a big learning curve with the editing and all that, and even lighting and all that. But I feel like if you keep it simple, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. You know.
How do you go about learning and acquiring that knowledge? Is it just basically tutorials, and you seek out other individuals that might have some insight into that?
Yeah, I got a couple guys like McFly. He's starting off too, but he's like, it's dope because he's doing research and I'm doing research, and we come together and we share that information. You know what I mean? So it's dope. Like I do a lot of YouTube and stuff like that, but I feel like with videos, it's kind of like for me like audio, because I mean Pro Tools is set up a certain way, and then I use Premiere, so I kind of see it.
It is similar.
Yeah. So it's like now I'm messing with visuals, but it's a whole different ball game, you know, as far as like color grading and all that.
Oh, don't even.
It gets crazy, you know what I mean? But I feel like the most important thing in video is lighting, having the right lighting.
It is.
So if you got some
The
lit up
lighting's
nice,
right, everything else will.
everything, yeah,
flow.
it makes it easier. You know what I mean?
And like they always say, like creating depth and the
Yeah.
lines, the symmetry, and thinking all those shots out. And let me ask you, when you go out there and shoot, do you actually have a shot list ready? You already know, like I'm taking close, and then it's transitioning into a wide, and or you just go out there and
I
let it
kind of
flow?
freestyle, you know what I
Okay.
mean? Like what I like doing is if I pick a song that we're gonna work on, like I sit down with the artist and we'll talk ideas, you know what I mean, and where we want to take the video, and then from there I just start planning in my head, and then wherever we set up, then I just go, you know, freestyle, get shots here and there, see what looks good or not, you know what I mean? But I haven't got to that point where I'm writing treatments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Storyboard.
Okay. Well, if you didn't know, Shy Native Radio, we're live every Tuesday 9 to 10. Facebook page, Shy Native Entertainment. YouTube at Ideal Raps. Also on Twitter at Throne C. We want to get into our last finalist submission. Comes from C Twice, and it's called Sometimes. You remember where you heard it here first, Shine Native Radio. Yeah.
Sometimes I cannot love no more, I can't give a fuck. It's over my heart dead. Just give me success in the bag and I'm gonna make you mad. And karma gon' do the rest. No, I'll never be the same. Always fuck love, run game. My foot on the gas, you know I'm gon' spaz. I'm taking off in both lanes. I had to get hurt, I had to feel pain and really turn up, now I'm hot as shit. They said they see twice, that girl is so nice. She only going up, ain't no stopping that. Cause when I get on, I won't check the price. Sit on my neck, this shit is real nice. Had to take a chance, so just roll the dice. I'm living my life and I'm living it right. Sometimes I can't deal with my emotions. Sometimes I hate that I'm so open. Cause on the inside, really, I was broken. But now I'm woken. Sometimes I can't make this shit make sense. I don't know why we gotta be so different. But you're the only one being so distant. Baby, just listen. It's hard to talk about how I feel. I don't want you to use shit against me. Cause every time I give up my trust, you tend to switch up. I just knew you wasn't with me. I'ma talk my shit, always real. Next time you see me in the hills. Dressed up in yellow just like Kill Bill. Play we pay when I make my first meal. Stay independent, I ain't signing no deal. Get your ass smacked just like roadkill. Got big eats when you missing no meals. Only smoke tree when you popping no pills. I think you're impressed when you like my skills. Move so smooth like I'm walking on wheels. Like what I say, love how I make you feel. Don't come with the fake, my intentions real. It's a heat wave, it's high. I turn up the fire, it's time to apply. You know that that's all cap. You say that it's just my name on the slide. You need to fall back. You had a chance, now I'm taking my shot. Don't care what it costs, I'ma make me a lie. And never tell them how much I really got. I cannot love no more, I can't give a fuck. It's over my heart dead. Just give me success in the bag and I'm gonna make you mad. And karma gon' do the rest. No, I'll never be the same. Always fuck love, run game. My foot on the gas, you know I'm gon' spaz. I'm taking off in both lanes. I had to get hurt, I had to feel pain. To really turn up, now I'm hot as shit. They said they see twice, that girl is so nice. She only going up, ain't no stopping that. Cause when I get on, I won't check the price. Sit on my neck, this shit is real nice. Have to take a chance, so just roll the dice. I'm living my life, I'm living it right. Sometimes I can't deal with my emotions. Sometimes I hate that I'm so open. Cause on the inside, really, I was broken. But now I'm woken. Sometimes I can't make this shit make sense. I don't know why we gotta be so different. But you're the only one being so distant. Baby, just listen, just listen. The groove on the beat.
Yeah, welcome back. Y'all already know what the vibes is, my guy. It's Shine Native Radio.
My
That
guy.
was See Twice.
See
Sometimes.
Twice.
Senor Palabras.
Fire, man. Again, like I said, man, these submissions were difficult, man. Very, very difficult. I'm impressed with a lot of y'all, man. A lot of y'all brought fire music, man. She had another banger too in there.
She submitted 3, and we were like, "Yo, low key, you already got some
fire.
heat."
Yeah, all of them were fire. So like, man, props to her, man.
What's up, man? You ain't ride with nobody. You know how we get down over here, Shine Native, man.
Come on.
Trying to recruit like the
What are you,
X-Men.
female?
Yeah, I want all of them.
I want all the mutants.
Let's go.
Give me all the mutants. No, man, it was fire, man. I enjoyed it a lot. I like the melody. I like how it was mixed too. I think, well, I don't want to, give that away, but yeah, it was fire.
What's up, man? Well, appreciate
Keep
you
that to
coming in,
myself.
AQ, man. No, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here.
Could have been in your studio.
Yeah, right? You probably would have been recording right now, wouldn't you?
No, not today.
Not today?
No?
Today I'm chilling with the family.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Oh,
We thank the family.
No,
But
you good.
thank
They
you.
sleep
Thanks
now.
to fam for letting us
It's dead
take you away from us. Like, I need some alone time. I'm working all the time.
What'd you think of the songs that we've been listening to? Like, what do you think of the submissions, man?
Oh man,
What
3
we-
for 3. They're all dope, man. They're hot.
Fire, right?
Yep. Really good.
See, we know what we're
Job,
doing
y'all.
over here. We
Yep.
went through it.
Yeah, we also let's be clear on that too. We also ran it by AQ too. We weren't just like picking songs and then like AQ had no clue and then we just went with it. Like he was as involved.
We were in the studio on Saturday.
Exactly.
Finishing
Listening
up,
back.
finishing up our album.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, while
perfect
we're talking
segue.
about this-
Perfect segue.
Oh, it's almost like I had that training.
It's almost like you went to broadcasting school, eh?
So, You had to deal with us on 3 different sessions, huh? How was it?
It was dope, man. Working with you guys is really dope, man. All you guys bring something different to the table. You guys have all a unique sound, and it's just every song is dope. I fuck with it. Every song.
What? Oh, see,
Lies. I don't believe
That's
it.
the stamp.
There's got to be one that stands out though. There's got to be one that you're
Which
like,
one is
oh, I
your,
really mess
like-
with this one. Like out of these, like for me, I really like 10 Toes right now. That's like my favorite one, just because I like the beat, how it bops and everything.
Yeah, I don't even
It
know
kind of
it's
switches
coming.
every now and then, but for the most part, I really like 10 Toes. What?
10 Toes is dope. I like 10 Toes, and then there's the other one that you guys had, the last one you guys worked on.
Is it the happy one?
Oh,
Chicago?
was it the Chicago? The
No, it was
Give me
Flex.
your vibe.
No,
Flex.
there was another Flex.
Flex.
Yeah,
Flex.
Yep, yep.
Flex is
Yep.
dope.
You got bars on that one. That was just bar out.
I'm a flex. Look it up.
But the thing is, like, people out there, like, we had a rough, like, sketch kind of what the hook was going to be when we got in there. We were like Murphy
Yeah.
Lee. We were looking at each other like, what the hook going to be?
What we gonna do?
Yeah.
What we gonna do?
And Words obviously went ahead and made a decision and, you know, really added his spice to it. But then you two got together and it just, like, watching magic get created. And it turned out, I mean,
Yeah, it's fire.
Amazing.
hot.
Yeah. No, man. That's. I mean, I credit AQ. I learned a lot from him. Like, just to give background, a little bit of background. Me and AQ worked together on our entire project. So like, we know each other pretty much. Like, he knows what I'm thinking before I even say it. Or sometimes he'll say something, and I'm like, oh, of course, I know exactly what you're talking about, and it's not coming from a place that I was self-taught or anything like that. It was just being in the studio with him. He's showing me like little tricks or little things just to hear for, like, if you're in the studio, if you're ever in another spot and you're just trying to get something to sound as clear as possible. These are just little tweaks and little things you can do on your own that can help you if you're just trying to get ideas down. And so with that, I kind of took that home and kind of applied that, and then being back in the studio with him and just kind of like rehashing that, it just, now it's an even flow, even quicker. So I know what he's talking about as soon as he mentions it. So,
And let me just say this to all 4 of you guys. Like, being in the studio with all 4 of you for this album, you guys have all taken my artistry, I feel, to another level. Like, I've never felt so versatile and actually dangerous as an MC as I am now, because I have so many
He's
weapons.
dangerous,
Ooh,
right?
watch out,
I
guys.
owe, I owe all you guys. whether
Mike's
it's
on the
MC,
loose.
Ideal,
Somebody
and AQ.
please
Thank
think
you.
of the children. What kind of an example are we setting?
He's
You said
spicy.
dangerous.
So dangerous.
He's dangerous, guys.
Y'all gonna listen. This
North,
one.
south, west, and east. Don't nobody want a piece.
Oh, now he's reciting his own bars. You know, it's serious.
The beat
You
selection was
lied,
dope
you
though for the
better
whole
stop.
project.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, that was
selection was
idealistic over there.
Ideal and the Idealistics. I tried to run with that as the name of the group, and they said no for some
We
reason.
said hell nah.
Nah.
Hey, that's a
Ebony.
bit that surprisingly survived the week, right? I'm surprised nobody called it out already, but no, man, I had a blast personally. I mean, if you let me, I could talk about this forever, but I had fun. I usually don't rhyme on beats like that, but I think that's what made this kind of project kind of special and put me out of my comfort zone too, because working with 2 other people, I'm not used to working with. I'm just like you in a lot of ways where I like working by myself. It's more efficient. I understand me, and sometimes I have my own quirks that might piss other people off, so I'd rather just deal with it myself. But I learned a lot, and I grew a lot as not just an MC, but just as a person, and just learning how to approach other people and the psychology that comes with trying to share your ideas with other people and trying to just not step on people's shoes when you're
What you say, we
trying
crazy?
to create. No, not just
No,
with
I'm
you
just
guys, but
kidding.
even like when we're in the studio with Q and just like adding suggestions or just like trying to come up with
Bouncing
ideas
yeah.
or not hovering over his back as he's mixing. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like I'm sure that could
guilty.
get kind of annoying if you're trying to just get in the zone and trying to do
I
your own
think
thing. So
though
you
we
just
all
gotta really
have a good understanding. Well, I don't
read
want
the
to say
room.
we because I'm not like an artist like you guys full time, you know, doing
Yeah.
your thing. But I think you guys understand that it really does take a collective voice to reach what you wanted to reach. So you
Yeah,
kind of have to, you know, you listen and you're like, okay, well, yeah, maybe I could try it.
And we're having
you can't
fun,
be close.
man.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
fun.
that's what this album
every
is.
every
That's what this-
session.
Yeah,
this session was fun.
It's dope when everybody, you know, could, you know, give you an input and you not feel. Because I remember we had a session one time where we were doing the collab.
Yes.
And it was kind of, I had to kind of like step in and, and kind of kill it because it was tension in the air, and I was like, nah.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's dope, to be able to work with a group of guys that you guys are just, okay,
vibing. Yeah.
You're not taking anything personal.
Well, you've been around us. We're pretty like savage with each other and cut each other down. So it's like, so if someone has like a musical insight or suggestion, you're like, that's actually probably one of the better things you have said to me that day.
You're like, yeah, that's cool. I'll take that.
But to add on to that, I think that also takes like familiarity with people. Like I think with me and you, like I kind of like even outside, just out of the creative stuff, like as a person, I think you cool as hell. So like I already like. You gravitate towards like-minded people. So when somebody comes, when you're in a session and that energy is not reciprocated, it kind of throws the feng shui of the whole entire session off.
True.
So you don't know how to approach that person because you've never met that person. Mm-hmm. So you don't know if what the next thing you say might be stepping on their toes or, but then if you stay shut, like, oh, I'm not going to let this person just run the session. Like, nah, man, this is, So you get into that conflict, and that's why I say like you grow as a person. I think when you're working with other people, and you learn how to approach, and you learn how to let things slide off your back because you know what the end goal is gonna be. Yeah. You're just trying to make something fire.
Yeah. And I mean, I learned that everybody's different. Like the way you approach a person, it's like being a basketball coach. You got different personalities, and
how you're gonna motivate each person to get what you need out of them.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Jimmy Johnson said it. I coach all my players the same. I coach them different. And you have to be. You have to be flexible.
Yeah. That's just all I remember is do it again. We're gonna run one more time. All right, one more time.
Yeah.
Let's run it back. Let's say it one more time. I think you can do it better. And you're like, all right. I'm still sucking. Okay.
Facts. Yeah, and I think to add on to that, it's just you need that chill environment. You need somebody that's gonna be able to go with the flow, but also give you that constructive criticism in a way where it's not an attack or any way to demean your artistry. It's just all about trying to enhance the song and what's good for the song. And sometimes you gotta let some of that ego go when you're in the studio, when you're trying to create really good work. And so I've learned a lot about myself in that regard, and also yeah, man, I just grew a sharper person, not just an artist, but a sharper person, just understanding that. So thank y'all for that.
Thanks, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I certainly piggyback off that. I just watching you and Mike, I'm like, I taking little bits from you guys, and I was like, oh, like, I remember when I gave you a hook for another song I was going to do a single, and I was like, I took this from you and how to layer the hook and bring it back again.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm like, I didn't even think that was a possibility until I saw you.
He did.
I was like, man, that's what's up.
Yeah.
And then, it's just with AQ, just, it's fire. Everything I bring you, like, I already know, like, in my mind, I'm like, I like it, it's good. But then when I get it back from you, I'm like, this is not what I had.
That's the best feeling for me. It's dope when I'm mixing. And I'm just, because I get lost, I get zoned out. Like, you could be doing all crazy shit in the back, and I'm not even paying attention. When I'm mixing, I'm so zoned. And then when I finally, like, finish and I turn back and I see the reaction of some of these artists, that's the best feeling. Like, man.
And they're like,
You make a difference. You make a difference.
It's funny. My guy Hutch, when he came through to that Princessa session the first time we did with Evan, he was like sitting there. He's like, man, he's watching. He's like, I just wish there was like an air bubble above his head so I could see what he was thinking.
He did.
So one artist out of the three that we played is going to get the opportunity to record.
The moment has come
with AQ.
It's upon us, folks.
And we all talked about it.
Hey, wait. I want to ask the audience. Anyone got an idea? Anyone?
Any opinion?
Anyone got an idea
who's
gonna win this session?
You guys let us know.
Yo,
who you think.
We see y'all watching. Hello.
Just give us 1, 2, 3. 1 was Thoroughbred by Paperwork. 2 was Neighborhood. Zell's Neighborhood by Vinci. And then the third was Sometimes by See Twice. Yeah, See Twice is her artist name.
Yes. Okay, all right. Well, didn't get any answers, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, we ain't gonna wait too much, so that's fine. We can do the drum roll.
And after a long collaboration between all of us, we decided to go with Vinci, Neighborhood.
Congratulations, Vinci.
Neighborhood, yep.
Congrats, Vinci.
Cornelia said Vinci. Yeah, Lewis.
Hey, are you on the line? Is Vinci here?
Is Vinci watching the show?
Tuned in?
Yeah, Frankie, neighborhoods,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of twos, man. A lot of
Neighborhoods,
twos.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Vinci,
kinda
if you're watching
figured.
the show, let us know. We want you to call in.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Vinci,
guys.
you around?
Thank you guys
What's
for
up, Vinci?
participating. Appreciate it.
Yeah, every artist that
Much
submitted,
love.
man. This is not the end all be all, man.
Definitely
a lot of y'all
not.
stuff
Yeah,
was
man.
fire.
A lot
so-
of fire
And we'll
stuff,
be getting
bro.
played
I
on
hit you and be
Side
like,
Radio.
y'all want to work? Y'all want to do something?
Yeah,
you know?
man. Let's collab. I mean, use this as a networking opportunity too, man. Add us. You know, we know a lot of artists too. It's not about just us, but we also know a bunch of artists too that are Shy Native extended fam. We're all a family. We all work with each other. So
You gonna work with our partners over at
yeah,
Ever
don't be
Evolved? I mean-
strangers. Ever Evolve got a whole
We know some
plethora of
people who
artists.
know
So
some people.
it's just a ton. It's a whole community. So feel
We a
free, man.
network
Feel
of
free. This is not
networks.
the end all be all. We are not, you know. We are not gatekeepers here. We're just
Hey,
trying
them
to
hearts,
to
y'all.
give y'all opportunities and
This is
and-
breaking news to me. I thought I heard.
Well,
I just
we
want
I'm
to
appreciate
give
speaking
a,
for myself.
I just want to give a quick shout out to my wife and kids. They're probably watching right now.
Oh, man. That's
Love you
the-
guys.
Yo, go ahead, let him know. Yo, if he wants to call in, yo, Vinci, if you want to call in, man, hit us up, man. We're gonna send you the number right now. Now, I was gonna say, cause honestly, everything you do and how busy you are, and I've been there in the studio, and I hear the phone call come in. I'm like, better get home. Not even like that, but I'm just saying, I'm like, she's the real MVP.
No,
and the
she
kids
is.
Yeah,
too.
very true, very true.
Yeah, she's
Shout out to
yeah, my wife,
Mrs.
man.
Equality.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
she's been my backbone. She
She's
supports
awesome.
me. So I don't.
Oh, that's
Vinci,
what's up.
check your IM.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we tight on time, Vince. You better make it snappy.
Nah, it's all good. But
do
it's
whatever. We do whatever we want here. Shy Native Radio. It's live from the res.
I know. I just wanted to touch on it. I know she has to do a lot with dealing with all the kids, taking
Yeah.
care of home. So you're out here, you know,
Yeah.
pursuing all the things you want to do. So that's real cool that you gave her a shout out.
Oh, we got a call.
Oh, who could it be?
Yes. Hello, you tuned in to Shy Native Radio live from the res. I'm Ideal. Who might this be?
This is Vinci.
What's up, Vinci?
What's up, y'all?
Oh man, not much, man.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congrats, bro.
We
Congrats,
love the joint here, man. All of us.
For sure.
Yep.
I appreciate it, guys. Shout out Star Native. Shout out AQ running back.
Yeah.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
it, y'all.
Hey, we're super excited to see what y'all do with that.
Hey, I got a question though, man. I got a real serious question for you.
Yeah.
What is going on in your neighborhood?
Is everybody's papers good? I don't know.
I'm trying to find out.
Can
bro.
I move in?
What's up?
How'd you come up with that idea? How'd you come up with the concept for the song?
Just man, I guess my surroundings. I live in Humboldt Park, so I guess people just gotta take the resources that we're given, and turn them into like a chance, opportunity, so make
Like
money.
that.
Not everybody
Dope
got it
answer.
like that. So
That's fire.
That's facts
fire.
right there. Dope facts right there.
Who produced the beat?
To be honest, it was like a beat that I found online. So
Okay.
I don't know who produced the beat. I think I could research it and find out who made it. But yeah, I think my cousin recorded it. We recorded in the studio, fooling around, a while ago. So yeah, but it's always a song I had on mind that I wanted to get done. I just been working on a project, but just waiting on the right time,
Fire, man, fire. No, I just asked just for I'm just nerdy like that. I like to find out where it originated because I know sometimes you get one of those what is it, beat files, and you just go through all the beats, or sometimes you just surfing on YouTube, you find something fire, and you just want to lay that down real quick. You don't even care where it
Pretty
comes
much.
from. So I completely understand that, but it's fire, man. I mean I love the concept to it. I love the melody. AQ, I don't know if you want to touch on it. I don't want to step on your toes
No,
either,
you
because
good,
I know
you good.
this is your thing, but
No, it's all good.
I'm a big fan of the song, man. It's fire. It's fire. I even have like ideas for visuals too, bro.
Yeah, he's been talking about it.
Did you have any plan for the song? Like, did you have any like rollout or anything that you wanted to push, or you just like, I figured this was fire, let me send it in?
Nah, to be honest, I still want to put it out. I'm just, like I said, I'm I'm looking for a videographer, somebody to shoot a video, a good video. Visuals are always key, and I just want it to be like, I guess, like laid out perfect. I know, like execute the
He's learning. You're learning then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm still
dope.
in the process of learning how everything
Dope.
works out. So
Yeah.
Dope. No, that's awesome, man. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with still trying to learn, still trying to figure out.
We're
You're
doing
off to a
AQ,
great
it's gonna be
start, though.
hot.
You're off to a great
Man.
start. That's all I want to
I
say.
appreciate it.
My man, you're
Appreciate it,
in
yeah.
for a real treat, man. Heading to the hit shop, man. AQ is
It's one of the best.
was one of the best.
I'm telling you, when
Man,
he's done
I
with the
can't wait,
project,
man.
you're gonna be like, "Whoa, that's me."
Hey, make sure you
Can't
send
wait,
that.
man.
Make sure you send that us the final
finished-
version.
Yep, to us, so we can play that.
Definitely.
So we'll make
You
sure
have
to
to be
reach back out to you through your number, and we'll set that all up. We'll give you over to AQ, so don't worry about it. We got your number panned right now on the phone.
Good job,
All
my
right,
boy.
thank you, guys.
Dope song, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, man. You got anywhere real quick where they can follow you at on all social media?
On Instagram at Vinci VII and on Facebook. This is my Facebook. I think I commented inside the chat or the live.
Oh yeah.
Dope.
Denzel Vinci Johnson. I still gotta start an official fan page, and all of that good stuff situated, but it's in the process definitely. I have a
Okay.
SoundCloud as well.
For sure, man. Well, congratulations. Like we said, we'll hit you up and we'll get you in contact with AQ, and we look forward to what you guys make together.
Definitely.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Peace.
You too.
Be safe.
And maybe when he's in the studio with you, you could play him some beats so he doesn't have to keep looking for, for beats on the internet.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope.
That's fire, man. That's so
Well-
cool. I love hearing backstories, to
Yeah,
the songs.
for
It's just
sure.
like how the song came to be. Like, my homie just played a beat. I kind of recorded it real quick, thought it was fire. Let me send it in. And sometimes it's just that, man. It ain't that deep, man.
Nah.
If it sounds good, if it bops, man, send it in. What do you got nothing to lose, man. You got nothing to lose.
I'm a sucker for some bop, so if you send it in, it'll get my attention.
He is.
Get
He's
some
not lying.
attention.
But you know when you hear it, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to be real with yourself and be realistic with your standards. And sometimes it's not that deep. It just sometimes it could have just a good bob. Maybe the quality is not the greatest, but sometimes you can get away with that. How many songs have I've heard even on the radio that's hasn't been mixed right, but for whatever reason they still play it on rotation.
Yep.
So
So AQ, before we get out of here, is there anything else you'd like to say? Anything you got coming in the works? What's popping in AQ's world?
I got a few projects I'm working on. LV the God's project just dropped.
What's the name of that one?
Make sure
Brainiac
Fire.
music?
Brainiac Music. Yep.
fire.
I got a couple other projects that I've worked on. Right now I'm trying to work on my own. Like I'm trying to get a collective
You
artist.
should have a
Compilation?
AQ mixtape,
Yeah.
something like that, a compilation
Yeah.
album,
Yeah,
the Hit Shop compilation.
Yeah.
album.
So I'm looking, I just been so busy working on other people's stuff. I haven't had a chance to, but that's in the works, But
The conundrum of such a busy man.
Now,
and
no,
many
question-
outlets of which he wants to address his, put his touch on. I get you. I'm there too, man. I'm tired.
Question on that. Like, do you think do you think it's possible for you to actually like allow time for you to actually work on your own projects, being that you're so like booked in regards to like sessions all the time? Like, is there a possibility for you to actually put time aside to work on something that you want?
yeah, I was actually thinking about that today. I'm thinking about grabbing a day out the week, like a Monday or a day where I'm not really busy.
It goes
And
back
just-
to you just got to do it.
Yeah.
I'm a do it this day
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
And then it starts. Like,
Yeah.
it really goes back to it.
Yep.
Facts.
And just focusing that day on that,
Like, Shinator didn't get here just by, we wished it. It was, we're going to do one thing, and we just kept working
Just
with
keep
it.
building.
Yeah. No, I only mentioned it so everybody, these are questions that I feel like sometimes people try to find their way to stay motivated or how to find motivation,
sure.
or maybe they're not have the self-confidence to put themselves out there like that. So I think it's always important for them to hear those things, because you see the end product, you see the nice lights, you see the mics and everything, and we're all having a good time, but stuff behind the scenes of what we do on our day-to-day to make these things happen, and for him to be in the studio, for him to put in all of this work, it's a lot of effort. So I feel like people need to hear that, so that way they feel as equally motivated to do something with their situation.
It's goes back to, you always got to remember, everyone's got to work, and then after work you got to chase your dreams after that. Then it don't stop.
Yeah.
Just keep pushing.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're just making somebody else rich.
Exactly. And it never helps. You got to make yourself happy. But, to get there, it's going to take some work. It's going to take some hard work. It's going to take some effort. And there's going to be some learning along the way.
And let us not forget why we're here, Michael, right? It's hip hop. It was born in where? It was born in the Bronx. Born in the Bronx.
Give it to us, Mike.
The Bronx.
It's looking so good.
That was an awkward pause there.
Today is the birthday of hip hop. Without hip hop, we wouldn't be sitting here in front of you on this camera. I probably wouldn't know words. Ideal, Throne C, and AQ. It started out in the Bronx, 1520 Cedric Avenue.
BX.
Shout out to DJ Kool Herc.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I love this culture. I love hip hop, and I'm not gonna say it saved my life like everybody else, but I don't know what I would be without hip hop. So thank you, hip hop.
He not lying, y'all.
Happy birthday, hip hop.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And shout out to our winner one more time, Vinci. Neighborhoods. We look forward to what he's going to work with AQ and how that's going to come out. Any last things, AQ, before we get up out of here?
I also worked on I did a little 16 bar challenge, and there was 3 winners that I chose, and we got a song out now. It's called Break the Chains. Y'all go stream that. And it's on all platforms. My boy Golden Child, Mr. White, and Aragon. Shout out to them. They did a real good job on that. We're about to shoot a video for that soon. Next week, actually.
And you guys have a behind the scenes on your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
What's your YouTube channel? Is AQ Run It Back?
AQ Run It Back, yep.
Okay,
yep.
cool.
And where can they follow you on all the other socials?
AQ Run It Back on Instagram, AQ_Run It Back. Facebook, Ray Hernandez. But Twitter, same thing, AQ Run It Back.
All right, that's what's up. Anything else from you guys?
Shout out Shy Native. Thank you guys for having me.
No, man.
Thank you for coming through, kicking it at
Thank
the
you,
Rez.
man.
Yeah, for
Thank
sure.
you for stepping out of the bubble and coming to mess with us out here. You know what I'm saying? Thank
That's
you.
an honor, man. Thank you.
Anything, Mike, you got a lot to say?
Me and Ideal, we do an NBA podcast. We just dropped our 5th episode this Monday. It drops every other Monday. You can go check it out on all streaming platforms. It's called the All Net Podcast with Mike, Logic, and Ideal. Happy birthday, hip hop.
Don't see.
I just want to say, hey, guys, always remember if there's something you want to do, you just got to get up and do it. Stop stopping yourself.
Yep.
That's
your
it.
dreams. Chase your dreams.
Chase it. It doesn't matter. There's no time limit. If you feel like you can do it, don't let nobody tell you you can't. Get up every day with the determination to say, I'm gonna go do this, and it's just starting. And build from there. That's it.
That's all we do here at Shine Native. We build. Yesterday we dropped the 2nd episode of the Dugout, the Northside Dugout, brought to you in partnership with the Dugout, where we cover the Chicago Cubs. So make sure you check that out on YouTube, Ideal Raps, as well as on Twitter at the Dugout. Great content coming to you guys. As always, we want to thank you guys for tuning in, checking us out. Shine Native Radio will be live again next Tuesday, 9 to 10 p.m. Until then, you already know what the vibe is. Be cool.
Bless up. Stay safe.
Let our hearts call it a day. But before you walk away, I sincerely want to say goodbye.